Welcome to Watch What Crappens. To get our videos as soon as they're released instead of waiting for a week, head over to our Patreon. That's also where you'll find our bonus episodes and our Discord community. We love you guys. Well, hello and welcome to Watch What Crappens. I'm Ronnie. That's Benuni over there. Hello, Ben. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks, Ronnie. How are you doing?
Good, you peanut butter motherfucker. Peanut butter cookie motherfucker. I love a peanut butter cookie fight, and that's what we've got today on Below Deck Down Under. If you want this recap on video, guess what? You go to Patreon to get that. That's also where you get bonus episodes. This week is Top Chef Restaurant Wars. And you get ad-free listening. You get the Discord server, a free newsletter. If you don't want to sign up for any of that, just come get the newsletter. It's fun. It's like a weekly blog about all these shows. And then ad-free listening, I said. What else do you get? Whatever. Go to Patreon. You're going to love it. Okay? You're going to love it. Today, blah, da, la. Let's do it, man.
Yeah, I'm excited. Also, as long as things go scheduled, we'll have an announcement tomorrow about something really cool we are doing in June. So keep your eyes and ears out on the Summer House recap tomorrow. I mean, I'm sure you'll already be doing that, but stay tuned, everyone. Stay tuned.
Keep your ears to the ground, okay? So here we go. Below Deck Down Under, Season 4, Episode 13. The Way the Cookie Crumbles. Blink, 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 blink. We pick up where we left off, which is where Jenna went to Ben's room at 5 a.m. to make out with him, cheating on her husband of 20 years, Eddie with the mustache and the mullet. Poor guy. Bless his little heart. This is little Ned Flanders' heart. It's about to get broke.
Yeah, so we just hear Ben and Jenna talking behind closed doors, and he's like, so the Eddie thing, are you all right? I'm listening. She's like, yeah, I guess. I'm tired of him love bombing me. Oh, you're slightly overwhelmed by this? She's like, no, not at all. Okay. So then they just keep kissing.
Well, I guess it wasn't that fast. It was more like a...
I kind of feel like Ben must have like lizard lips when he kisses, right? That like lizard tongue.
That just old crusty wine lip, like that red crust line around the lip. Ugh.
Yeah.
We knew how to. So yeah, they continue kissing, and then she leaves his cabin, which was impressive because I thought they were going to do the full on.
Oh, and by his cabin, of course, you mean the master.
The guest cabin.
Primary suite.
Yes.
That he has decided that he takes over on the weekends.
Every single time. So she leaves there, and then she goes to Eddie's bed and cuddles with Eddie. What the hell, Jenna? Damn, that's cold.
That was crazy. I was shooketh. I could not believe it. I totally supported her going in and making out with Ben because I think Eddie is a snooze, and I think he's overbearing, and I think he's just... like, he just has some growing up to do. But I was shocked when she went directly from Ben to Eddie's bed and cuddled with him. I was like, I don't know. I mean, I was kind of amused. I sort of loved how awful it was. She's just like, whatever. I'm going to be a fuckboy the way the fuckboys are fuckboys. And, but it wasn't very nice.
It's not very nice. It's just also not great taste. I mean, this lady came on here saying like, oh, I can't wait to be rich. I'm going to marry up. I'm going to be a real housewife. I'm only marrying classy rich guys. And then she comes in here, and it's like watching someone at a Luby's try to choose between the nasty fried fish and the nasty fish with the mayonnaise layer on top. It's like both of those choices are bad. Like, why do I have to sit here behind you in line? Let me go in front of you if you're going to take 10 minutes to like make a bad choice, you know?
Yeah.
Like, don't involve me in your bad choice. This is a cafeteria.
I just want her to aspire for beyond Eddie, and I just was excited that she was realizing that Eddie is not the man for her. She deserves better. So I just was sad also that she just went back to Eddie and cuddled with him. So I was like, what is going on with this girl? I literally let out a guffaw. I was like, wow, we are 3 minutes into this episode, and I'm already kind of like gasping.
That's fun because I let out a harumph. And then I let out a yes. And then I let out a mother icon, only because I'm gay, not because I was really feeling it. It just felt like since I was already exclaiming things on my couch, I should just keep it going.
As gay men, we love a woman who has just who just makes her own choices and doesn't give a fuck. We love that. We love that in our gay icons. So when she went from Ben's room to Eddie's room, I was like, this is totally wrong. Yes, queen.
I mean,
I would say probably not.
I would like to say that I was like, poor Eddie. I'm poor little Eddie. But Eddie is such a needy little shit. I mean, she should be nicer just because he is kind of a nice guy. But whatever, I'm sick of watching Eddie cry. But now that I've seen him cry, I kind of want to see him cry more. Is that weird? Like, how can I be sick of seeing somebody cry, but also that's all I want them to do? Like, oh, Eddie's, because you know what? When Eddie's not crying, he's like, we're in love. We're going to have babies. I can't wait for you to meet my parents. It's like, could you go back to crying? Like, that was more palatable than whatever this is.
Than his aspirations. By the way, I apologize. I just slurped from my empty smoothie bottle glass. I thought I was on mute. And I realized I wasn't on mute. So sorry for everyone who got an earful of. But at the same time, with the most appropriate sound effect for this entire sequence of events.
Yeah. So now Jason wakes up at 6:52 a.m. and the yacht is a pigsty, of course, because they just had day out yesterday. So there's like open wine bottles everywhere and food cartons, and it's nasty. And you know why, Jason? Because nobody's scared of you. And you know why nobody's scared of you? Because you don't really do anything. Just kind of like tell everybody to deal with it themselves. And this is what happens when you this is what anarchy is. Okay. Anarchy isn't like some beautiful little neighborhood in Springdale. Okay. And this is anarchy. There's a car turned over and on fire. There's a cat eating a person's face.
Oh,
you did this. Wow. You did this to your own boat, Jason.
I mean, you're not totally wrong. I mean, if it were Captain Lee's vessel, they would have been too scared to go to bed with all that shit still out on the table. So
they wouldn't even be able to have a morning poop because their assholes would have been sewn shut.
Yeah. Yep. It would have been like the reverse of human caterpillar or human centipede. It would just be like human non-centipedes. They're like, no, you will not be having access to this butthole right now. So Jason
what is a human centipede? Isn't that just where everybody's sewn together? Are they sewn together by their butts?
No, the whole thing that made the concept so gross for people is that they are sewn together from front to back. And so you don't want to think about it. You don't want to think about it. It's a vile concept for a movie. And apparently it's a terrible movie, and it really only has cachet for having a hideous concept in the center of it.
So it's not a real thing. It's a movie thing.
It's a movie. It was like a low budget horror movie that came out like 15 years ago or something.
Wow.
And it grossed everyone out because of the way that the centipede is assembled, you could say.
Oh, some people just love disgusting things. My mom loves disgusting things. I was putting her to bed because she's sick, so I was putting her to bed today. And she's like, I just need to rest. And I was like, okay, well, do you want to just go to bed? She's like, no, I want to watch a Lifetime movie. And I said, okay, well, what do you want to watch? So we're going through the movies, and she goes, that one. And it's called like I Married a Psychopath. It's just a really pretty blonde lady, looking kind of dour, and then a guy holding an axe. And she's like, that's it. I was like, that's that's how she relaxes. She loves it. Yeah. And then I close the door, and I'm doing stuff around her house before I leave, and I just hear boom, boom, boom. And that's how she sleeps. Some people just love disgusting things.
They just do. They really do. So anyway, Jason is telling us, I told them to be up at 7, and we've got a tight turnaround, and the boat looks like shit, and there should be no reason a crew member should be going to sleep with the boat looking like this. I've had a talk with him before when I said, okay, guys, so you guys will handle this at whatever time you want to. I'll be upstairs, and they should know better.
Yeah. So it's like the opportunity of the villa was to come together and bond. I thought unity would come from that, but they need to get their shit together. Unity doesn't come from sending a bunch of dummies to a place with free booze all day. All you get is drunk dummies. Like, what kind of math are you doing? You add drunk dummies and alcohol, you don't get anything but dumb drunk dummies.
Yeah. So he goes downstairs and knocks on everyone's doors. Dad's like, everybody wake up. We're doing chores. So they're all getting up. Jenna has to go scamper to her room. And then Mike is like, since when do I start at 7 o'clock? And Eddie's like, we're all starting at 7 o'clock apparently today, including me and my wife. And so now everyone is like, well, all grumbly, and they're in the crew mess. So Jason has them all sit down at the table, and he's gonna give them a stern talking to.
Yeah. Yesterday I said kimono. This morning I said kimono. Does anybody want to wear some kimonos on Instagram? That would really help me out. Plus, you're all very late. 7 o'clock doesn't mean turning up the coffee at 7 in the morning, at 7:05. Just be here at 7. It is 7:02. It is 7:02. How dare you? I was like, okay, well, 7:02 is not that bad. But they still did leave the boat. Hideous mess. So he's pissed and tells him off, basically. He's like, there is no excuse. And let me tell you what I'm going to do about it. Sit in my room and watch Netflix. Figure this out. So he leaves, and then everyone's cleaning and, in a grumpy mood and stuff. And that's it. Clean, 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 clean. Then Mike and Alicia are cleaning a cabin, and Alicia's trying because she got yelled at yesterday for being mean to Mike. So she's trying to not yell at him, but she's cleaning a door or something, and he's standing right behind her, unwrapping like a bar or something, like a protein bar. And he's like, yep, you got a protein bar. Do you want some of this? Do you want some granola bar? She's like, oh, God, please just work.
Yeah. She's like, please, no, I don't want any of your granola bar. So Ben is like, hello, Ellie. How's my little Galley warrior? Which you see is not a sexual pet name, although it is somehow more condescending than any of the things I've said all season long, but does not require being in the jar.
I'm good. I'm doing good, Ben. I love nice Ellie voice. It is just me over here being good person. Oh.
And then Daisy and Jenna are cleaning the bar, and Jenna's like, so I went to bed this morning at 5 this morning. She's like, oh, what were you doing? I was bonding. Oh, I don't want to know about your bonding. What you gonna do about Eddie? Oh, well, Eddie keeps on saying to me, you're mine, you're mine, you're mine. And I'm like, I literally like I'm not yours. I don't know. You need to spend time before it's too late. And then, of course, he walks by, and he's like, hello, it's me, Eddie, America's favorite.
And she's like, it's just everything's just happened. And he doesn't have any idea that this would be about him. He just doesn't have any instinct. If you walk into a room and is it a gay thing? Because like if I walk into a room and two girls are talking about me, I know it immediately.
Yeah, actually, I think
I'm like, excuse me, do you have something to say to me? You can say it to my face, okay? You can. I'm right here, ladies.
I think, believe it or not, like if you drill down on it, I'm sure you could make a case that like a straight white male lives in so much privilege that they just don't have to be overly concerned about what people are saying about them behind their backs. If that makes sense. Like I'm sure you could probably dig down and find that, because when you say that, like there is something to the fact of like being a gay male and like being, if you're raised in the closet and you're concerned about being found out, you are paying attention to what people are saying and doing at all times. Whereas if you're someone like Eddie,
like what?
Yeah,
okay, I do not have a dick in my mouth. That's how I walk into rooms.
Why you have a feather boa on? Well, I found one. It fell on me. I was walking up the stairs. It fell on me. It wasn't my fault. You're talking in now gay mid-Atlantic voice. Well, that's my right.
I don't even know who Eliza Minnelli is. What are you talking about?
You know who else talked like this? Humphrey Bogart.
I think it's because we've got a little girl in us. I mean, a lot of gay guys. I do, definitely. Because my friends are all girls, and I was like a girl. I carried my books like a girl. I got pushed into lockers because I acted like a girl. So I'm like a girl. I was raised with girls. It's like when a little kid is raised with wolves, and they're like, they know how to catch mice with their mouth. I was raised with girls, and so I know when a girl is talking about me. That's it. But yeah, straight guys don't know. Like that's why straight guys walk around with hair like that, because they just don't.
They don't know. They don't care. They're not.
Yeah,
leading.
They just see a girl looking at them. That's all they see. They don't see the derision in her eyes. They're just like, oh my God, a girl's looking at me. I'm winning. I'm doing something good.
They don't care because they don't need to care. They just are like, whatever, I rule the roost. So I'm just going to walk in here and do what I want. And like, if they're talking about me, who cares? Because I have the power in this situation. I'm not even saying this from a bitter place. I just think that's just how it works. And that's why people like Eddie just sort of like float along through a boat, not even realizing everyone like is like, this guy's an idiot. So anyway, I'm glad that Eddie could step in as an avatar for all the ills of straight white men.
Yeah, really.
And
he just shouldered a lot on that one.
Yeah,
Eddie's like poor
okay.
stupid little Eddie too. It's like Eddie with all the power. He's like, I used to be short when people were mean to me, so I joined rugby. We're like, oh my god, fuck off, die, Eddie, die, you sleep,
people.
Eddie. You have everything.
We have Joao and Ben on the same boat. We're like, but Eddie is the one who represents the ills of the straight white male. So Jenna is like, I'm drawn to Ben, but I have a connection with Eddie. And however, if we were on Katina, I don't know if Eddie and I would ever gel together, or maybe even conversation with each other. So like, I don't even know like whether to commit to that or explore about it. Jenna, we all know he's not rich enough for you. And you know what? I support that. Go find yourself a wealthier man.
Yeah, and it's
Doesn't
not
want
Ben.
a backpack.
It's not Ben also.
It's not Ben.
So now we go to Mike and Alicia, and he's still eating the granola bar while she scrubs the toilet. And she's like, has that middle bit been done? He's like, yeah, no. And she's trying not to murder him. So now Jason radios the heads of department for prep sheet. Guys, today is a humdinger. It's a real humdinger. So Joao passes the galley and tries to wave at Ellie, and she's like, I don't even want to fucking look at him. And Ben's like, don't worry about that stuff, my little nougat neck. Don't even worry about it.
Why is Joao trying to wave at Ellie right now? Just don't. So now it's time for the preference sheet meeting. All right, guys, preference sheet meeting. Back at it again. 4 to go. Let's get into it. 8 close friends and family from Phoenix, Arizona are coming to Canoan on this luxury vacation because they want to see the limits of ketchup and mustard highlights in their hair. So there are 4 couples.
I knew you were going to say that when they said they were from Phoenix.
But actually, I have to say, there were no ketchup and mustard highlights here. There was like one lady had them like very muted in a way that looked normal. It was like normal highlights. But I was a little sad. I was like, please give me a lady with bright red hair with bright yellow streaks in it. Like that is the Arizona style.
She kind of did have that, didn't she? She had like red hair with some blonde streaks in it. I felt
but it wasn't as ketchup and mustardy. It was like, or if it was like at a really nice restaurant. It was like a nice restaurant where they're like, oh, our ketchup is homemade. And you're like, well, give me.
Oh
this
God,
nice.
I hate
but
that.
It's not. I know it's never as good. It never is as good.
Some things you just need out of a bottle from a grocery store. That's it.
Yeah.
Ketchup is one of those things. I don't want your fucking homemade lumpy ketchup. It's so weird.
I was really sad not to see some proper ketchup and mustard highlights just because I feel like I do mention it every now and then. And I was hoping for there to be a really strong visual representation of what I talk about. But
well,
instead
we
have
did
these people.
We did get leopard print. She loves leopard print. That's her thing. She's obsessed with leopard print. She wants leopard print everything. She wants leopard print cake. She wants a leopard print party, a leopard print themed party. I mean, that's just too much. So we go to her, we go to Phoenix, and we're talking to like her daughter and her daughter-in-law, I think. And the mom is making, the mom is the one obsessed with leopard. And she's like, since we're having Italian pasta for lunch, I brought some Italian wine. It's in the fridge. It's the one from Italy, stupid. The one from Italy. And then we talk to like the daughter-in-law, I think. And she's like, yeah, I've known Chanel's mom, Joanna, since I was 11. Chanel and I met playing softball. We would like travel like across North America. Like a lot of our relationship has been travel, eating, softball. The trip is 8 of us. Kyle, Chanel, our husbands, Chanel's mom, Joanna's husband, JJ, Kelsey. JJ played with Joe on the Diamondbacks. That's baseball. It's like softball. They don't travel as much. I was like, hello, if we're going to do this, can we get these people some Celsius first or something?
I know. Can we wake them up? I genuinely thought that they were a lesbian couple because they were sitting so close to each other. And then they talked about how they've known each other for so long and they met through softball. And there just was like an intimacy on screen that I was like, wow, 3 LGBTQ charters in a row. But as it turns out, they're just really good friends. And Basically,
lesbians
Joanna.
don't get any play on this show. I mean, like we have Captain Sandy and stuff, and we had Gigi Ferraro,
Gigi
Fernandez, yeah, Gigi Fernandez. But we don't have like the yearly lesbian trip. You know what I mean? Like we always get yearly or bi-yearly gays. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Gigi Fernandez does not identify as a lesbian. She actually identifies as a champion, motherfucker. Get out of my face.
I was going to say. I don't identify as a 50-year-old, but guess what?
No, she does. She does, obviously.
So this chick, Chanel, hates her mother, and it's so funny. She's like, my mom is celebrating her birthday this trip. I love my mother. But traveling with my mother is exhausting. I see no reason to celebrate someone living this long. It's like, fuck my mother. We're taking her on a boat so we could push her overboard. She can get lost at sea.
Yeah, her mom does have like big Sharon Gless energy, so I can understand that.
100% Sharon Gless in Queer as Folk, running that little diner for all the kids. That is totally this woman. That is such a good call.
And so... the thing is, what's so funny about this charter is that they're all co-primaries. That's not like one of them is or two of them. And I'm going to tell you how that happened, which is that one of these two women were like, we're going to be the primaries. And the mom says, well, I like to come along and I feel like I should be a primary too because I've got a lot of opinions. But mom, it's our trip. Yeah, but I'm the one who's paying for it. I'm treating you guys to it, so I should be a primary. And so then they say, how about we're just all primaries, mom? And that is how we got to a place where they are all quote unquote primaries, but really the only one that matters here is the mom.
The only one that matters, of course. I mean, as with any family trip, the only thing that matters is that the mom in leopard print is happy. And you know she's going to be a fucking nightmare because Britt is like, she entertains, she loves food, she travels the world. She's like, let's do a cooking class in Thailand. And then she's always in the kitchen and she's telling the chefs what they can do better. What she would do better. Oh, no, hell no. Get out of here, Phoenix. Get the fuck out of here.
I loved this woman, though. I actually loved Joanna because I felt like I would be such good friends with her. I would sit and talk about cookbooks with her because I know she knows her cookbooks. Like, I know she knows them. And I know you would sit there and she would say, and you add a little bit like of some capers to that, right? And you're like, yes, Joanna, you do add capers to that. Like but
it would be everything. It would be like peanut butter and jelly, and she'd be like, you know what, you need anchovies because this lady learned one anchovy dish. Okay, anchovies, lemon, and pasta and cheese, and she wants it everywhere. Like she makes she makes it right now for us for the kids, and then she's gonna make it again. She's gonna make the chef make it so she can be like, I make this better.
That's exactly why she requested it because it's a lovely pasta, but it's also so simple. Like, why would you go onto a cruise or a yacht and be like, can you make this simple weeknight pasta for me that I make at home in Phoenix? It was a ridiculous request.
I mean, you can make Mexican food, but I don't know if you've heard of a restaurant called Qdobo. Okay. Yeah, I do. So let's get our shit together before you try serving me an under-crisp taco again, motherfucker. I'm from Phoenix.
Yeah. I don't love that she seems champing at the bit to criticize the chef, but I do love that she seems like she knows about food.
I love that she's criticizing this. Ben needs it. You know, Ben hasn't really had enough trauma this year, and he's sleeping in the guest cabin every week. He needs it. It'll make him stronger. Let's watch him crumble.
I do kind of like her POV, which is like, if somebody's a chef and they have more experience, they have an education behind them, and they should be better than I am. So I'm not really tolerant with mediocre food. So I do like that of like, I should not be able to make something better than what you're serving me. But the difference is, though, that I think that she's kind of elevating herself at the same time. Like,
well, that's right.
The implication is I make this shit really well. So
yeah, it's like
when
you go see a show with someone and they're like, well, that was flat and this person was this, not person. I've taken a voice class. So, which I guess is like us, basically.
I was about to say,
I was like, that's actually me at a show. Never mind.
I was like,
love
that's me every time
love
I see a show. I was like, she was flat. I was like, am I not allowed to? So back at the preference sheet meeting, Jason's like, the guests would like a leopard-inspired dinner for Joanna's birthday. And following dinner, they'd like a performance from the crew for Joanna. And Britt would also love to have a leopard-inspired cake to continue celebrating Joanna, because Joanna must be celebrated at all moments. Even though they're all co-primary and they're all equal, some people are more equal than others. Joanna specifically.
I say forget the leopard cake. Bring a leopard, okay? So let's watch Joanna run a little bit. I think Joanna needs to feel some fear in her life. You know, all these people in love with leopard print. Spend a couple seconds with a leopard.
Yeah.
And your leopard print. I'd love to see how the leopard responds.
I just feel like leopard print is not a personality. Like that's my whole thing.
I mean, Lisa Rinna's been using it for 30. Well, she also has that wig. So it's that personality.
Yeah.
That wig.
I don't know.
So Jason's like, it's a short charter. All right. I want them to have the time of their life. There's a lot of leopard print to fit in 2 days. All right. So let's get going, team. Let's get going. All right. I want your teams to grow. I want them to push through this. But if they're not, I will make changes. Okay. I keep saying that. Doesn't really happen, but I will. Trust me. When I start paying attention, which will not be today. All right. See you later.
The singer Kathy Troccoli once sang, everything changes. And guess what? That everything could be you. Goodbye. So
was I the only one who said Troccoli? Is that Googleable?
Kathy, by the way, should also mention our next charter guest, Kathy Troccoli.
Kathy Troccoli.
Whatever happened to her? I think she was a one-hit wonder.
I mean, how could you not be a one-hit? She needs a stage name.
Kathy Troccoli. I mean, it's literally like the most mom name.
It really is. Like, what are you picking my kid up from soccer, or are you singing a song?
Kathy Troccoli's picking you up today. Oh, she can't come today because she's releasing a huge song.
I'm sorry, ma'am. We can't send this child home with you. You're not his parents. Excuse me. I'm Kathy Troccoli. That's all you need to know. That's my ID.
And this is my child.
See my ID? Here's my ID. Kathy Troccoli.
And this is my child now, because as we all know, everything changes. By the way, the best part about that song, Everything Changes, I'm sure about 95% of our audience has no idea what the song even is.
I don't know.
I'm not even sure if you, I was about to say, you don't even know what it is. It was this song that came out like 94. And it starts, this woman is like low rent Taylor Dane. And she opens the song with the strangest, most awful note. And it's the funniest thing. It literally opens with her going, I'm like, why did they keep that in the cut? This lady, it's like the lady from down the block decided to get on karaoke and someone recorded it and released it on radio. And for some reason, radio said, we're going to run with it. Like, it's the strangest song.
Kathy Troccoli, Everything Changes. I want to hear the opening note.
Should I get it up and running?
Yeah, I have to hear
Kathy Troccoli.
For some reason, my computer is not playing sound. That's so weird.
That is, you know, it might be a good thing when it comes to Kathy Troccoli.
It's saving me.
Ooh. Okay, here we go. Kathy Troccoli. We're going to pull her up. She is an American singer-songwriter, according to YouTube. Okay, I'm going to turn on my Safari so you can hear my Safari sounds. And I'm pressing play right here. Tell me if you hear it. You hear that?
No.
Oh, that's too bad. By the way, the song has a sick beat. It's a strong. Oh, you know why? Because I opened it up in Google. Okay, this is going great, everyone. This is going really great. Kathy Troccoli. The hype for Kathy Troccoli is mounting bigger than it's ever been before. Here we go. Okay. You hear this?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Oh yeah, that definitely sounds like she's trying to poop. That is definitely a trying to poop sound for sure. Someone had too much pasta with anchovy yesterday. It's not coming out. She hasn't had carbs in a long time.
And we're going to continue the recap, but for Crappens on Demand, I am going to put her image up so that way you can see that she looks truly like the mom down the street.
She does. She does. Yeah. She does 100%.
100%. Kathy Troccoli.
I bet she wouldn't appreciate you saying that leopard print isn't a personality.
She is.
She would not appreciate that. Yeah.
By the way, look at my algorithm. Look at my algorithm on the side there. It's like Siskel and Ebert and Zelda. Barely makes any sense.
Okay. Penises and Kathy Troccoli.
Yeah.
Okay, so we go to the galley. Jenna is trying to sneak by the galley, but Ben sees her. He's like, "Hello there, I saw you. You can't sneak by me." She's like, "Has time to be responsible." And so the producer is like, "Oh, Ben, you shared a kiss with Jenna." And he's like, well, she clearly fancies the pants off of me. That's about it, really. I mean, I'm not going to be serious about this. Come on."
Then Mike and Alicia still cleaning, and Daisy walks in, and Daisy's like, Alicia and Mike, can I speak with you, please, in here? Okay, where do I begin? Please sit down. Okay, I'm not happy, and I need the two of you to understand how serious this is. The two of you have an ego, and it needs to go. Let's drop the E and go. From the ego. See what I'm doing there? I just want to know specifics, like, what have I done exactly wrong? What has Alicia done exactly wrong? Sorry, that was actually Mike saying that, but I'm giving you the next line that you should be saying, Mike.
And yeah, it's like, what I do. And she's like, "I'm sick of your pot stirring. I'm sick of your complaining. You're both adults. Start asking for help with a manner that's kind and respectful. Only kind and respectful talking." And he's like, "Okay, I agree then. You're saying she needs to be kind to me. But now it's time for you to figure it out on your own. Team players. God damn it." And so Lucy's like, "But the fact that me and Mike sat here together on the chopping block, like he's putting me in this position and now I'm going to suffer as a consequence. Like I've tried to work with Mike. He doesn't want to. He doesn't want a boss. And I'm the boss."
Oh my God, both of you two, shut the fuck up. I want them both fired. Especially Mike, though. Mike is so annoying. I think the only other person who could be more annoying than Mike is Max, the French guy. He drives me nuts, but Mike is right up there with him. So Mike is like,
No,
oh,
Max was at least cute and stuff. Like I could see why he would get away with it because he's got like a charm to him and he's kind of funny and fun. Mike's just gross. He's just
Mike is the worst.
Blech. As a person,
So,
as a human.
Eddie offers to get Jenna a coffee, and she's like, ah. And then in the galley, Elliot's like, oh, I'm ready to take on the new chapter. He's like, right, but unfortunately, we are cakeless, my little juicy mignonette. It's a shame that we have had to give it to an ingrate, Joao. Yes, he took the cake and he was like, the cake is great. By the way, I want nothing to do with you. And I said, guess what? I don't want anything to do with war, but I had to deal with it anyway, okay? Yes,
All right,
exactly.
simmer down there, my little old flatic opal fruit.
What? What was that? Is that the bean? Nothing. So
It's an eye disease mixed together with the fruit. All right, just carry on. I'll put a bean in the jar. Bean is going in the jar. So then we go to deckhands cleaning the boat. And, Batul says something. Hold on. It's a Batul moment. Batul moment. Just sun deck remaining and windows. Yes, Batul, earn that paycheck, girl.
Yes, killing it.
Get that season 2.
So, Ben, do you have a second to talk? It's like, for you? Yes. Okay, just a brief chat. You're not going to like what I'm going to say. There's a few things that I need from you to make service to go smoother. And just a reminder, I do let you sleep in the primary bedroom. Okay, here's what I've got to say. Do you think that in the morning, you could just try to take a little bit of time to, I don't know, plan your menu for the day? I don't know, thinking out loud here.
Well, that's not easy for a chef because when that happens, the menu changes. It screws me, trust me. There's enough time to be like, oh no, can he not make this? You don't want to give options to people. You want to tell them what they're going to eat, make them eat it, and leave me alone. That's what you want to do. But you need to do, it might help with your organization. You know what? I'm not an organization. I'm a human being. Nothing you're saying could possibly ever work, you stupid cow.
Yeah, but after last charter, honestly, I'm so embarrassed. I cannot be the only person on this boat having nightmares about soapy eggs. And then, of course, we see the flashback of soapy eggs.
But to be fair,
eggs.
But to be fair, the soapy eggs, it's not like that was just bad planning. You know what I mean? It's not like they could have organized better. They accidentally put soap on eggs. It's not like, well, we were planning on making French toast and we made it. Therefore, we didn't put soap on the eggs. No, they just reached for the wrong thing and put. But, you know, her point is taken as far as they're failing a lot and something needs to change.
Everything changes.
Poor Kathy
Kathy
Troccoli
like,
is in a minivan somewhere listening to this. Like, these fucking assholes. I'm a Patreon subscriber.
Kathy Troccoli is probably pitching to like the Paramount Network yacht makeover. She's gonna go in like bar renovation, whatever it is. She goes, okay, you know what I see here? Soap in an olive oil bottle. We fix that. Okay, we fix it.
Yeah. Poor Troccoli. So Daisy's like, well, what about trying today? Having your lunch and your dinner idea, going to just a primary. And that way, you know, that's the way I would do it. And he's like, well, it's just so tough because they get on the boat and then they want snacks immediately. And then when I'm supposed to talk to them while they're eating something, I do not like talking to people while they're eating. Like, he's just not going to listen to a damn thing she says.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's like, I think it's going well, but you know what, Days? Keep that communication going. You know, there's nothing I love more than ignoring a woman. So please, just keep it coming.
Yeah, keep it coming. It's just whatever. So cabins are done. Daisy is checking a toilet that Mike's cleaned, and she's like, has this been done? He's like, I bleached it. He's like, no, but you need to do more than bleach it. You need to clean it. He's like, really? I do? She's like, what? So you just are bleaching a toilet, just leaving the bleach there for when people then go.
Yeah, so you get bleach fumes all over their cornhole. Thanks, Mike.
Thanks
Feels great. And
that
also,
splashback won't be great.
And then Daisy, yeah, exactly. And then Daisy picks up the cleaner, the scrubber, and starts scrubbing the toilet. No, do not scrub it. You need to teach this man a lesson. If you're not going to hand him the scrubber, I would suggest don't even hand him the scrubber. Pick him up by the ankles, drop him in there, and use that fucking Brillo pad on top of his head to do it. Fuck this guy.
She's lucky he didn't add ammonia in there as well, because he probably would do something like that.
Oh gosh, who did that?
Like, there was that girl that one year where she made mustard gas by accident.
Yeah, and they're like, this could have killed us. You're fired. She's like, oh my God, I'm a terrorist now. They're like, we put you on the terrorist watch network. You are code orange. She hasn't been able to fly since she was on Below Deck.
That girl was so bad.
She was, but that shit was so funny. We also learned something that day because we didn't know that you could make mustard gas like that.
Yeah, I forgot what she mixed, but it was like I just remember the camera crew and the people on the boat were all getting like woozy and like their eyes were stinging. And
yeah.
She's like, what did I do wrong?
Yeah, I think it was ammonia and bleach, right? She mixed both.
No, it wasn't ammonia and bleach, because that would have just been full on like dead. I think it may have been something like vinegar and there's something that you're not supposed to put together. Vinegar, I'll look it up so that way people, as a PSA to everyone. Well, let me just message Kathy Troccoli. Kathy, do you have the 311 on poisonous gases? How do you make mustard gas?
She's like, that's how I got rid of my first husband who didn't support my singing career. Make some ammonia and some bleach, got rid of his ass. Now I've got a minivan and a song that plays on a loop that starts like this. So, Jason radios the crew. It's an hour from guest arrival. So then we go to Eddie and Jenna. They're in his cabin and say, do you have a mama? And he's like, sure. What do you need a hand with? She's like, I don't need a hand with anything. I just want to chat. He's like, oh God, I'm nervous. Don't be nervous. Now listen, obviously I had time to think about a lot of things, and I really respect you, and I enjoy your company, and I don't want to, lead you on and say there's going to be something afterwards, because I just don't see it happening. And he's like, so I didn't really understand much of what you just said, except that you want a white wedding. A white wedding. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, I just don't see it happening. He's like, but... So you don't think that we could try after this in anything like that? Like I could be the Dan Hill and you could be the Vonda Shepherd. Yeah, how would that work? We're two different continents. We both work at yards. I don't want someone to get hurt really badly at the end of this. But I personally don't think it's getting hurt badly. If you like someone, you make it work. You just make the effort. And you said yourself that you could see spending the rest of your life with me as we go backpacking from mountain to mountain and hostel to hostel. Nothing but hostels. What's up? What a funny word for a place where there's so much love, calling it a hostel. Stop it! I don't want that life. No.
Eddie.
Two completely different lifestyles.
Babe, if someone is telling you they're breaking up with you, which is what's happening here, she's doing it kind of in the sweet way, but she's basically breaking up with you. And he's like, yeah, but, I don't want to get hurt badly because if you like someone, you make it work. You just make the effort. She doesn't want to make the effort, Eddie. Listen to what she's saying. You are done here, mullet. Okay? Go grow some sideburns and shave your mustache and then try again. Please.
Yeah.
Please take this well. And of course he doesn't because he's already married her in his mind. And I have to say, props to her for being stronger than Joao. Because this is where Joao would have been like, yes, we are getting married. I cannot wait for you to bear my children. But Jenna's like, no, but we have different lifestyles. We don't merge. And he's like, well, it just feels like you've gone from flipped one coin to another coin.
Yes, that's actually exactly what's happened.
Yeah. She liked you, and now she doesn't like you anymore. That's how this
one
works.
One side of the coin is heads, one side is tails. Guess which side is you?
You're not even a coin. You're just an empty palm. Now, bye. Bye. Here it is waving. Goodbye.
You're the slot hoping for the coin. So he's like, but you just, I don't know. I mean, you just cuddled with me this morning and we've had our bodies against each other and kissing and everything and that intimacy. And then you've just gone, actually, full 180. I don't want to do this. It's just baffling. Yeah, it's almost like when you were making out with her at the bar and then went back to your room and started flirting with Alicia on text. Isn't it weird how people can pivot like that?
Nuts, isn't it? He's like, well, I just need a bit of time to think on what you've said. No, you don't. Okay, you go think about it, but I don't want to know what you're thinking about it because I just dumped you. Okay, so
yeah,
go think that over there as a single person.
Yeah, please. He's just like, wow, you dumped me right before the charter. And then he, by the way, spends like almost the rest of the entire episode head hanging down as if like a relationship of 14 years just came to a close.
Wow. You've been dating for 5 seconds. 5 seconds. And that was after you went and had some girl twerking on your ass like multiple times, making this other girl cry. Get out of here with your sadness. I'm not going to feel sad for you, you fucking lump. You wuss. Mm-hmm. So then we go to Ben humming and cooking in the galley because he's getting what that guy is dropping. And so then we cut back to Jenna and Eddie. And she's like, okay, I'll give you your space. He's like, thank you. I need my space.
And then he pouts in his cabin over this like low wattage relationship that's come to an end. So Mike and Eddie are in the laundry room and he's like, she cut it off with me. Fuck, really? Why? She's like, I don't see what can happen after I've got too luxurious of a lifestyle which you can't afford. And Mike's like, is that what she said? I'm like, I'm not sure if she said that, but I'm glad you're starting to understand and why you will never be compatible with her. So let's move on.
Yeah, I mean, he does get that, but she didn't say that. And this is a typical guy being like, oh, yeah, she doesn't like me because she just wants to use a man for his money. So yeah. It's like the second she doesn't like you anymore, it's like, user slut.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, also, you're annoying and overbearing and have no exciting ambitions in life. So yeah. Eddie's like, well, I quite like her a lot, so it's a bit shit to do that. So it's like, all right, well, cheers to doing that right before charter. I mean, how could you do this right before charter?
Oh, did you need all that extra, confidence to sweep a fucking deck? Get out of here.
Yeah.
If she did it during the charter, you'd be like, how could she do that during a charter? And then if she did it after a charter, you'd be like, how could she do this right after the charter?
How could you do this on our night off?
Yes.
So
yeah, I have no pity for him. I feel kind of bad now because I feel like now I'm just dogpiling on this guy, but I don't care. It feels good. Okay, so now we go to Mike and Eddie in the laundry room. And, oh, no, we already did that. So then we go to Alicia and Daisy in a cabin. And Jenna's like, I just back it out to Daddy. And Daisy's like, he'll feel sad, which sucks, He'll say, like, I'm always the one who's broken up with. But I definitely think you're doing the right thing.
I never had to break up with someone. What was that? I never had to break up with someone. What? Okay, whatever. I'm just going upstairs. Good luck to you. So now it's time to meet the guests. Here they come. Phoenix in the house.
Eddie's moping. They have to walk past Phoenix. It's like, oh, geez. We thought Phoenix got sad. The summertime, look at this sad sack. He's like, I was just dumped. How could you do this right before leopard print?
Honey, it's called the Phoenix Suns, not the Phoenix Clouds. Okay, put a smile on that face. So Jason's like, welcome everyone. Welcome to Katina. And Joanna's like, can anyone bring the sun? Speaking of which, wow, I didn't even realize I'd be making a sun joke. Thanks for ruining it, Eddie. So Jason's like, well, it's a blessing in disguise because it'll keep the heat out a bit. So it's only going to be an hour to the anchorage and we'll get everything in the water and we'll get wet anyway. That joke really landed well with the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I kind of thought it's the same time zone. You guys might.
Hi, leopard lady. Can't wait to get you wet. She's like,
get you wet. She's like, you better be talking about the pasta going into the pot.
And it better be wet with some anchovy juice. Tell you that.
Lemon and anchovy. I invented it. I invented anchovies, by the way. They never used to exist.
So now we go to the tour of the boat. Here's the master. Meanwhile, Ben is like, wow, let's get a mixing bowl together. God, I'm in a good mood today. And Ellie's just looking at him like, what the fuck is wrong with this person? Why is he smiling like this? Puff, puff, please, mother trucker.
That is actually how we would do our transactions at the market in the Balkans. Puff, puff, give. That was my way of saying, here is rice, give me milk. So
stupid. So now Jenna's cleaning the bar, and Eddie walks by, and he's all sad, and she says, "Are you okay?" And he's like, "Not really, no." Oh God, you know what? This is not going to make someone want to date you.
No. You're being so emo over the stupid fling. This is not the energy that she's looking for, right, Mopey?
Yeah.
So Daisy's taking some drink orders, the boat's leaving, and Ben is like, Ellie, hello, the cinnamons, my little sweet cinnamon swirl. Ellie's going to turn into a buzzing machine in a moment because I've made some cold brew for both of us. Forget all your woes right now, love. Oops, I said love, my bad, sweet darling pudding pop. Oh no, I did it again. Another bean in the jar. Apologies, my jelly bean princess. Oh no.
So now Jenna loves the guests because they're bantering with her about anchovies. And then Jason tells the deck team to get the slide out. And Mike's like, oh, it's a beautiful day for Katina to slide away, blee, 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 blee. And Joanna is like, all right, so this slide doesn't look safe. Are you going to go on the slide? They're like, go on the slide, Joanna. So I'm not going on that. Hey, Mike, have you ever been on a slide? He's like, no. Hey, Joanna, you ever been on the slide? No. Hey, well, I'm not going on that fucking slide. Why do I have to be the trial person? I'm going to die on that slide. The hell?
I'm not going to do that. So then Daisy, meanwhile, goes up to Ben in the galley and goes, hey, Ben, sorry, are you doing the birthday cake tonight? The vanilla essence with ice cream? He's like, well, I did chocolate mousse and I did a chocolate mousse cheesecake. Because we see he did that like right away, almost in the morning. Right, but have you checked that with the primary? Because I think they said something about vanilla essence with ice cream. It's like, really? But I've just made the cake. So, yeah, I had to get it out of the way this morning. Sorry, corn muffin, but the cake's done.
But don't you think it would have been wise to maybe pull the primary to the side, maybe, or something? He's like, listen here, Peppermint Patty Pelvis. I think it would have been a shocking idea, and I've been through this before, so sorry, honey, but that's the one thing I'm going to combat you on, all right? Cakes are very specific, and I think they're going to absolutely love this cake.
But do you not want me to go up and say, hey, Ben has made a chocolate mousse cake instead of just giving it to them? He's like, no, you rascal croissant. Don't do something like that. Don't give them options. Because they're going to come up with something else then, and it's more work for us. Am I right? Am I right, you silly pepper pussy face? Very nice, Ellie. You're doing it now. I appreciate that.
You're getting it, Els. You're getting it. She's like, well, I don't know about this. I think it's weird, but whatever. And he's like, thanks, Daisy. I'm right, Ellie? She's like, 100% correct, boss. She's like, no, it's not 100%. It's 100% the wrong decision, but whatever. Yeah, you're right. It's 110% the right decision. What do you think about that, Elsie? Huh? Calling you Elsie now. What do you think about that, my little small spleen?
That's quite okay, my love crouton. Oh, I'm going to start a new jar for you.
I will be taking a bean out of the jar and putting it right next to my left testicle. Thank you. So Daisy leaves pissed, and he's like, I'll go up with the cake, and I'll explain to him when I get it right in front of him. So she's like, all right, it's weird. So she's starting to leave, and she's like, why are you asking the Galley hand advice anyway? Because Ellie's in there. He's like trying to get Ellie on his side with every little thing, and Daisy's getting so pissed. So he's like, Daisy, seriously, you're just opening up an avenue. We've already been down. She goes, no, you said no, it's fine. But I think it's the wrong decision, but I'll follow your decision. All right? I'll follow you off the plank and drown in the water with you.
It's a power trip. He wants to think that he's in charge over the guests, over the crew, but this is not Ben's trip. This is the guest trip. And little Miss Ellie with her head stuck up Ben's ass goes, oh, you're so right, Ben. I feel like I'm going crazy. Just give people what they want. Vanilla essence.
Was that something that goes in the bean jar?
No, they actually want vanilla essence. I'm not calling anyone that.
God damn it, Bond. And he's like, nowhere on those preference sheets does it say, we don't like chocolate. We don't like cheesecake. So this is kind of a weird fight to me because, it's not abnormal for the chief stew to go to the chef and be like, okay, let's make a plan. I don't think Daisy's doing anything that's out of the ordinary on this show, but it is weird that she's being a stickler about the cake and stuff specifically because there wasn't anything on the preference sheet that said no chocolate. So what do you think?
I think it's when she came down and said, are you making the birthday cake vanilla essence, right? It's sort of, she said it in a way that seemed to imply that someone put it on their preference sheet that they like a vanilla essence cake.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that would make more sense. Vanilla,
I'm not
sure. That is weird, vanilla essence.
But she still is like, hey, why don't you check? I think the crux of it is, it's a birthday cake. Why don't you check to make sure it's the type of birthday cake that they would want to receive if it's someone's birthday?
Yeah.
I think that's what she's saying.
I think she needs to just go to the guest and say, hey, you guys have a birthday night tonight. The cake that's planned is this. Will that be okay? And just go above Ben's head and then come down and say they've requested specifically this kind of cake. Because, he's not going to take too kindly to anybody bossing him around. I mean, have you seen this show? He's not going to take it.
Yeah, he doesn't like it. But she always does get into his head because now he's like, well, she wanted a vanilla essence cake, right? Daisy's got me freaked out. So now he's basically going to make the cake after Daisy yelled at him.
Yeah, he's like, fuck it, let's make another cake. I have tremendous trust issues with Chief Stews. Kate, not a great communicator. Aren't you sleeping on her couch right now? And isn't she showing up to every single after show to stump for you and stand up for you against anybody who bothers you on this show? I would watch my goddamn mouth, sir. But it is good because it brings a cake clip, which is hilarious. He's like, she's not a great communicator. I was completely in the dark. And then it cuts to him going, you saw me getting stressed earlier because I didn't know what was going on. 3 hours later, I still don't know what's going on. She goes, oh, yeah, because all I have is time. Okay, all I've got on this bow is a bunch of time.
Oh, I miss Kate being a chief stew. I wish she would come back and do it once.
Fucking classic. That shit was so funny.
Yeah.
Oh.
So then, and then we see another scene with Ben and Kate where he's like, "Are they liking it?" She goes, "I don't know because I don't hover over them while they take their first bite, but I'll keep you posted."
Well, Daisy is clear, but she's too clear. So now we see Daisy from this season being like, fire up the second course because they're going to eat this really quick. I'm here to put the pressure on. It's my job.
A little bit of pressure is nice, but a lot of pressure is not nice. I feel like sometimes she's working against me.
I'm like, no, she's trying to get your shit together. So anyway, he's working on his cake. And then the guests, meanwhile, they go down the water slide and then they're having fun. And Daisy goes back into the galley and she goes, by the way, if you wanted to go and speak to them, now's probably a good time. He's like, I'm not going to speak with them. I'm busy, little playful pickle. Whatever.
My little playful pickle.
So
My
Jenna
little
goes
Dippin' Dots diaphragm. There you go. Put one in the jar. It was worth it.
My naughty nipple.
So Jenna goes in the galley and offers some candles for the cake or whatever, and I don't know, whatever. So then the stews are decorating the table, leopard themed, and Daisy tells Eddie that she wants him and Mike to do a dance for Joanna's birthday. So they're going to get their magic mic on, or unmagical mic.
Oh God!
perhaps.
Please don't use some magic and keep your clothes on. Just put some clothes on to Mike. Nobody needs Magic Mike starring Mike and Eddie.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
God,
So,
it's like the cast of King of the Hill stripping.
I also can't stand when the crew has to perform for the guests. Are we at like Ozarks Club Med? Like, we don't need to do this right now.
Yeah, and the stripping. I mean, look, I'm not one of those people who's like, if these were women, we would never treat them like that, because men are not women. Like, I get that. I don't think it's the same, but I do think it's like, I just don't want to see my fucking waiter. I don't want my waiter's nuts in my face. I just don't. Especially if they're Mike or Eddie. Like, if you get me who's that guy who used to be on the show that was fucking hot? I think he turned out to be a douche later, but he was on he's like the old school guy from way back when. Shelby, or what's his name?
Shelby.
The big, tall, blonde guy. He had a sister on the boat.
Oh, Eddie. I mean, not Eddie. Ugh, no.
That guy was hot.
I
He had
just looked him
nudes
up.
out on the internet.
Yeah.
We looked at him and we're like,
wasn't like
wow.
Tori. His name was like not Tori or Corey. Kelly.
Kelly. Yeah, Kelly. Yeah, if it's Kelly, okay, strip. But
Kelly,
these other Eddie and Mike, no. Know your strippers, okay? Don't give me some back row D-list strippers. Give me Eddie.
Yeah, please. So now Daisy's at the bar with the guests. She's like, how you guys doing? She's like, and this guy's like, I have a question for you. For dinner, is it Italian or it's not Italian? She's like, I don't know. Hey, Ben, could you come to the main salon and talk to the guests about dinner? He's like, okay, fine. He's like, hello, everyone. Hello, my angry abdomens. What's going on this evening?
What do we got tonight for dinner? He's like, well, there's a crispy duck spring roll. I was going to do some wahoo. And he goes, what is that? I'm like, excuse me, you're from the food metropolis of Phoenix, sir?
You should know.
Your wife has already
fish
told us,
tacos.
get it together. And he's like, it's a fish. You're not excited about that, are you? And he goes, no, we like pasta. Well, for Christ's sake, could you say that? Well, you just coming on here dissing Wahoo. What did Wahoo do to you?
I know. But like, also, I don't know. Like, I would like to see their preference sheets. I would like to see how accurately they express what they want for this evening, because I feel like this is a last minute change. So Joanna goes, ugh, we love it. We love pasta. And I married an Italian, so I love it. Lemon and anchovy and garlic. That's one of Chanel and I's favorites. We just love pasta. Pasta. Like, yes, ma'am, we know what pasta is and we understand its value. Like, you don't have to sell us on pasta.
Just because you married an Italian doesn't mean I have to feed you pasta. I mean, I married my palm. It doesn't mean I want to eat fingernails every night.
Or do you?
I mean,
So-
I should. I would definitely have a lot fewer weight complaints against myself if I just stuck to fingernails.
One thing we did not really adequately mention is that this request for pasta instead of fish comes literally 10 minutes before dinner. Like, they're all sitting at the bar about to go to the table. So Ben's like, oh, okay. Very rarely does a guest come in with last minute pasta dish requests 10 minutes before dinner, but I'll just serve something up for those feisty little finger poofs.
Ben should have checked in with him before dinner like I told him to. Told us all. And she smiles. And Ben's like, well, I don't think Daisy's... he's like, I don't think Daisy's right in any shape or form. Little barley sugar bladder.
You bouncy barnacle, you.
So, so they all sit at the table and they start serving and everything. And Ben is making this pasta really quickly. And people are getting impatient because obviously dinner is slowed down because he has to make pasta now. And they're like, where's dinner? Where's dinner? But guess what? Guess what saves the day? Once again, crispy duck spring rolls, the unsung hero of Below Deck.
Yeah.
Making unhappy guests happy in the blink of an eye.
And then he loves that, but he's having trouble timing his fish because he's got to make pasta and he's stressing out. And so now they serve the sauteed wahoo. And they're like, oh, this sucks. It's
like
tough. Yeah, so then back in the galley, Ben's like, oh, God, Ellie, we didn't set a timer for the pasta. She's like, oh, so it's not good? He's like, well, it's like nearly okay. God, this is going to fuck us. So they're still talking about their fish. And one girl's like, this is overcooked. I hate it.
It's like, really? I mean, it's the toughness, right? That's the thing. It's like, yeah, it's like prison fish. It's terrible. It's prison fish. Like, ma'am, you've not been to prison. I'm sure this is not like prison fish.
Prison fish. They should be so lucky. Prisoners are like, what the hell? We get fish?
Yeah.
Did I not have that on my preference sheet? Why are you eating the mush?
So tonight at the Rikers Island, we'll be serving a sauteed wahoo along with a frisee salad and a chocolate cake for dessert. So,
hold on. Between courses, I would like to introduce our 3-piece quartet of violins. It's 3 people playing 4 instruments, 4 violins. All right, sorry, it's a prison. It's a little low budget. Go ahead.
one moment, we have a lemon sorbet course just to clean the palate before we have a study in cabbage served on a rosemary soil.
Cabbage 3 ways. So one of the women is like, oh my God, you guys are totally talking behind Ben's back. And Joanna goes, no, I mean, if he asks, I would tell him, but he never asks. He never asks. Who wants to know what Joanna thinks? Is a slide appropriate on the side of a boat? I don't think so, but no one knows because I sure didn't ask Joanna. Okay.
The problem is with Ben, he's freaking slow as molasses. Dun-dun-dun. Meanwhile, yeah, they're just sitting there. They're getting bored. They're like, is Ben awake? What's going on? Where's our pasta? Where's our pasta? And downstairs, Eddie is in his stripper outfit. And he's like, and Jenna's laughing. And she's like, I love it if it's well. And he's like, I didn't want to end things at all with Jenna. And she did, but definitely there's still something there. So I do feel like I've got a chance. Yeah. You don't have a chance. You don't. Or please, I hope you don't have a chance.
Your chance is stronger with you shirtless and ripped. I will say that. But
He
still
was
not.
way more ripped than I was expecting.
Me too. But it's still, so just as long as you could put a bag over your personality, So then the stews serve the pasta and they're like, well, thank God this isn't overcooked. Am I right?
Yeah. And then after dinner, they actually really love the pasta. And then it's time to bring out this cake, which we didn't really mention. Well, the cake is shaped like a sphinx for no good reason. And so Batul sees it and she goes, what is that? Sphinx? He's like, yeah, you see it? She's like, wow. What? So good. You think so? Yeah. Just transfixed by the Sphinx.
I thought she didn't like it. I think she was like, what the fuck is it? What are you doing? Because he's trying to like shape it to make it's supposed to be a leopard, not a sphinx.
I thought it was a Sphinx too. Oh, it's a leopard. It was supposed to be a leopard shaped cake.
Was it a leopard? I don't know, but I'm saying it was supposed to be a leopard. But was he doing
Sphinxes are for lion, which is close to leopard.
I mean, I think when you say leopard, you're into spots.
Yeah.
I think it has to be spots, but whatever. It's crazy. And he's got like, what was it all as the tail? Like a wheat? Was it wheat? What was it?
Yeah. He was putting this like random like wheat frond or something. He was like sticking it in the back. That looked ridiculous. Honestly, if it were me, I would have first of all cleared it with the guests, but I would have done like an orange chocolate chip cake, something where it's like sort of like a orangey white sponge, but it has speckles of black chocolate chips inside of it, right? Is that leopard?
I don't know. I think you have to like put that. He did put that candy coating on it. What's it called? The Ben's
fondant.
Yeah, he did use some kind of fondant because we saw that nobody ate the fondant. So yeah, I would think you'd have to do some kind of fondant painting with it.
Yeah,
or if it's vanilla cake, just take dye and then dye the top or dye different icings and make it like that. I mean, I don't know. Get artistic.
It would have been a good case for a mirror glaze. You should have gotten Dave in his mirror glaze.
Dave
he could have done like
his mirror.
He could have done like something that sort of spoke of leopard, like sort of like yellow and brown, sort of on top, kind of tie-dye-ish.
Yeah. So now it's time for the strippers. So they go downstairs and they tell Joanna to sit like cabaret style on her chair. And she's like, well, I'm not wearing any underwear. So I don't know if you guys are over there. You want to talk about overcooked? And they're like, okay, just sit regular. So
hey boys, you want to see my anchovy? Get in here.
So they do a striptease for her. They can both do the worm or whatever that's called, which is pretty impressive. And then, I didn't get a boner. I don't really judge strippers. My wiener does. My wiener said no, but I was impressed that they could do a worm because, like, honestly, it's hard to get out of bed. Even
strippers love that move. That's like where you're standing, and then they do that thing where they look like they're about to like jump down into a push-up, but then they rise up again in a worm fashion. They're like, hot. Isn't that the sexiest thing you've ever seen?
Yeah, that would be broken elbows if that was me. But it's cool to see somebody do that. And Joanna is like, yeah, loving it. And so then Mike is now back in his natural habitat. He's like, this is all I needed. Now I'm back. Me, Mike, back in my natural habitat. Your natural habitat is not stripping. Stop it.
Your natural habitat is a cave under a bridge, you little troll.
So he's a cave and a bridge troll at the same time. He's double trolling both.
He's double troll. He's bi-trollish. He's
very
a mixed
excited.
Troll heritage.
Yes, he's a big melting pot of troll culture. So the cake comes out now and she's like, is that a leopard? And Wes goes, yeah, from Egypt. She goes, wow, that's something, Magic Mike and friends. Thank you. Now, in case anybody's not grossed out enough from the stripping, watch how I blow out these candles.
I know. They're like, oh my God, Joanna. Stop.
Jesus, Joanna.
Like the weed thing is just like all soggy at the back of it now.
Did we just all forget the pandemic? Are we just like, well, that never happened? Why are we still doing that? How did we have 5 years of being stuck in our homes and nobody thought of a better tradition than blowing out a candle on a fucking edible thing? Why?
Seriously. Well, also, it's just like, yes, COVID-19 is not as scary as it once was, but we could take some lessons from it, like how we wash our hands and a greater awareness of how we spread germs and how we keep people from getting our germs. Yeah, so like, you don't need to you don't need to spray a cake with your pasta mouth. Okay. You can just do
what
something.
I do when it's my birthday, they bring me a cake. I take off the candle and I blow it out and I put it out on the table. Who am I going to blow on the cake? It's disgusting. I don't want people eating my chewed up anchovy pasta.
Yeah. Yeah. That's very considerate of you.
Thank you. I'm a good person.
You
wouldn't know it from listening to this show, but when it comes to birthday candles, that's where I really shine as a person. When I die and I'm at the gates of heaven and they're like, Ronnie, you have said the meanest shit in your life. And I'll be like, but have you seen how I blow out a birthday candle? Thank you. Deserve a mansion on the hill. Okay. Not next to Gabriel. He's really loud. Anywhere else would be great.
The measure of a man is how well he blows out a birthday candle. So they love the cake. They're like, oh, vanilla. Wonderful. I love this vanilla cake. Of course they love a vanilla cake. And Daisy's like, oh, made a new cake. You're welcome, Ben. You're what? Because they're all so impressed that he made a new cake, right? So now it's the next morning, and Daisy and Joao are talking in the crew mess, and he's like, I've been waiting to pursue Daisy because I didn't want to hurt Ellie more than I had already. But now that is over, I can't help but being drawn towards her. Ah! So Daisy's like, I thought at this point Joao would have come to me and said, I like you, or whatever. But he is not making a move. He's like Ben, dealing with guests. He's saying nothing. So very confusing.
So Ellie sees this because they're doing this in the crew mess. They're kind of flirting. And so Ellie sees it and she's like, it is disgusting, low-life behavior. I know. It's all right. Just ignore it. Pathetic, manipulative trash can.
Okay, well, that's pretty good.
And then Mike and Alicia are in the pantry, and she's like, oh, Mike, did you come up here to help me? He's like, well, I haven't been asked to, so I just thought I would. Oh, thank you, Mike. Which is a surprising moment of camaraderie between the two of them. So then there's just more cooking, and the guests are eating their breakfast. They're very happy. And when they're eating the breakfast, they make this weird joke. One of them says, like, this breakfast is great, but
they give them a side of peanut butter. No, they give them a side of peanut butter for their toast or something. And he goes, could you turn that into cookies? And she's like, oh, well, I can talk about it to the chef. So she runs down and she's like, hey, Ben, sorry to mention this, but I think they really want homemade cookies. I don't know if that's something that's doable. Thank you. Peanut butter cookies, something, cookies. And she leaves. And Ellie's like, remarkable. You say, let's take 30-minute break. Then 1 minute later, Daisy comes in and says, by the way, homemade cookies.
Well, because they had literally just sat down for a break. So Ben's like,
Did the guests ask for the cookies, or is this your idea? Charter guests, although I love them, they're sort of the enemy, because we're trying to please them, and they're quite often trying to make our lives difficult. And it seems like Daisy is kind of joining in their fun.
I'm like, Daisy is anticipating their needs in order to get a better tip. They literally said, make cookies. I mean, they didn't say, can you make cookies? But he put it out there, and once a guest puts it out there, you know, a five-star yacht will make sure those cookies materialize.
But again, it's Daisy's communication. Like, I don't even like really getting on Daisy because I don't feel like she's doing anything wrong. It's just like when you're dealing with Ben, just go say, hey, Ben, they requested homemade cookies. Don't say like, maybe it would be a good idea, or no. Just put it on the guests. Why put it on yourself? Just say the guest requested that.
Yeah, just say it. So Ben starts making the cookies, which, by the way, if you're a chef, making a batch of cookies is not a terribly difficult thing to do, I'd like to add. So they probably spent more time arguing about whether or not to make the cookies than just how long it would take to just make the cookies. So now Alicia and Mike are cleaning, and Lisa's like, thanks for your help this charter. He's like, oh, it's been my pleasure. Yeah, just after last charter squabble, it's just nice to know that we have each other's backs. He's like, yeah, well, I don't know if I'd go that far. Oh, I knew you were going to have some sort of rebuttal. I'm like, yeah, this is not going to last. This whatever ceasefire these two have going on.
So now back in the galley, Ben's like, all right, do they want the cookies after lunch or what? She's like, I haven't told them you're making them. I've just heard comments about cookies, so I thought it was a good idea to make them. He goes, oh, yeah, bet you did. Yeah, that's what I thought. All right, nice job, Daisy. All right, shoo. And he gives her like shoe hand and shoos her off. And she's like, what the fuck?
And Daisy does not like that. And Ellie's like,
When do they want the cookies? I don't know. They have a desk. Like, this is ridiculous. I mean, what is happening here? Am I right, love? I mean, honey buns, get it together.
Okay, so Ellie's laughing, and then Daisy comes back in, and she's like, I didn't say you have to make these cookies. I said if it was possible, it's a good suggestion to make the cookies. I made them. Great. And I'm telling the guests are going to fucking love it, because I do things to help you. So please, don't shoo me like I'm a fucking dog.
Well, you had a little smirk on your face.
she's like, a smirk on my face? This is my face.
He's like, yeah, you did. You did, Daisy, and I think we're done here. Thank you. I made the cookies. We should all be very proud.
You know the first person who accused me of having a smirk on my face? The doctor who delivered me, you fuck. Make me some cookies.
I used to be in a band in high school called the Rolling Stones, and I was Smirk Jagger. Okay? Get on with it.
So now
weird that I had the parody name, but the band was actually named exactly the same name as the real Rolling Stones.
She's like, you want to see the season with no more suggestions? Absolutely fucking fine. Figure it out yourself. Let's see how that goes.
Love her. I just love her going off on Ben. It's just so great. I feel like no one else does it to him, and he's needed this, you know? Hannah and Kate did an excellent job sort of going at him. But Daisy is just like, her exasperation with him is just so pure. It feeds my soul. So then Daisy goes to Jenna and she's like, we just had a big fight. He can use me like a punching bag, like he does everybody else, but fucking shoot me like I'm a fucking dog. I'm annoyed as well because I feel like it's sending Ellie the wrong message, being like, it's okay, you don't respect me.
Yeah, that's not cool. I don't want that. I don't want to cuddle with that anymore. Shut up. This isn't about you. So now we go to the galley, and Ben's like, she did have a smirk on her face. You saw it, right, Ellie? That's what annoyed me. I do not give a fuck. You saw that too, right, my little chocolate cerebrum? Tell me you saw it. She's like, you are so right, Ben. And this is what you need to work together as chefs or in a kitchen. This is what you need. You need to hate everybody on the floor together.
Yeah. I like that. I like the visual demonstration of the together with your fingers.
Those are two like whisks together.
It's like
See?
your
two halves of the
cakey
whisk.
candle fingers. Because you just touched the candle. So Jason is like, all right, everyone. All right. Lifting anchor. We're coming in for docking. And then meanwhile, everyone gets served filet mignon for lunch as well as fresh cookies. And Joanna goes, did you make cookies? No, you did not. I am very happy you made the cookies. Now tell me, are they my favorite cookie? Pasta, anchovy, lemon cookies? So
Where are
good.
the leopard spots? Where are the leopard spots on these cookies? And even the steak is good. This is a redeeming steak. God, because you really stank it up the rest of the time. Thank God. Steak and cookies. For this idiot finally redeemed himself. What a loser. I'm from Phoenix.
Here we have some homemade chocolate chip cookies with an icing dip. So you're welcome to whoever had the great idea of making your passing comment into a reality. You're welcome.
And Joanna goes, oh, Ben, wow, he's really killing it in the final stretch here. God, he's bringing it in the end. Wow. It's like a person who came out and finally sang a song in the curtain call.
It's like an 11 o'clock number, except it happens to be about 1:45 p.m.
So Daisy's like, told you so. And then she goes to the pantry and she's telling Jenna, did you hear that? Oh, sorry for getting your fucking brownie points to help you with your fucking resumption.
Yeah, seriously. But she's also eating them in the confessional, and she's like, these are actually pretty good. So then we dock, and Ben and Joao are in their cabin, and Ben is like,
Me and Daisy aren't doing too well today. Apparently she's offended.
you're offending someone? I don't believe it.
It's like, it wasn't that. I mean, fucking hell, that smirk on her face.
Well, why don't we just do an adult dinner tonight? You, me, and Daisy. We can settle it over dinner.
I don't know.
Why not? We could have a little HOD, head of department dinner.
It's a House of the Dragon dinner. We should do it together. Should Rhaenyra be a lesbian? It's a departure from the book, but it's fun. Yes or no?
Well, I don't know, because I can't remember who's who on that show, because they all have the same name. It's been 5 years since it's been on television. So why are you asking me?
They're all blonde. Yeah, we need to start a rewatch of that. We're gonna have to start covering that in about a month. That's a lot of episodes to get through.
House of the Dragon return.
It's like June
date.
10th or something. June 9th or 10th. It's coming back.
June 21st.
Okay.
June 21st.
June 21st!
Okay.
We should do like a trailer trash for that.
Yes. Have they released a trailer?
Yeah. A trailer came
Oh,
out.
the new trailer came out yesterday.
Yeah. I saw a lot of blonde
Let me guess.
people.
Okay, this is my impersonation of the trailer. The things have been set into motion. You cannot do that. We must do it.
The sound
The
of
fate
dragon wings.
of the kingdom relies on this moment. You rely on this moment. I can't see you. It's too dark in here. Well, I told them to turn on the lights. There is no lights. Ooh, the sage, the wisdom has come.
My son! Dun dun dun. House of the Dragon. So then the guests turn in their comment cards because it's over, and they're hugging the crew goodbye and saying thank you and everything. And then we go to Joao and Daisy, and dinner's on. Okay, dinner is on. Ben's like, "What are you doing? Having an HOD meeting without me?" He's trying to persuade me to come to dinner as a House of the Dragon. Well, we're older. We're all HODs. I'm into it. So Mike comes by and Daisy's like, we're going to dinner as HODs, but we're going to meet you after. And he's like, perfect, perfect. So then Mike and Ben are in the master and Mike's like, oh, you're having a head of department meal, yeah? That sounds fun.
Well, Mike, you're a deck stew, right? Think about it. You're the head of the deck stew department.
Mike's like, yeah, I am the only deck stew. That means I'm the head of the deck stew department. You're right.
So you're allowed to come to the dinner, mate. Daisy's gonna love it. You're an HOD. And in fact, I will call you Daisy-ya, because in the spirit of House of the Dragons, you will have a very similar name to someone else, but it'll be slightly different. Daisy-ya.
Now, first I have to say, this is so gross. He goes into the bedroom, Ben, and he's all sweaty and gross after work. And then he lays down on the undressed bed and pillow and just goes to sleep. No, that's a guest bed. At least wait for the sheets to be cleaned. So gross.
Yeah, I agree. He's gross. So now it's time for tip meeting. And Jason's looking at all the comment cards, which are really, they complain mainly about the food. So they're all there. And, but Ben is not there because he's still in his, in the primary suite. He was napping and now he's getting ready. And they're all there waiting for him. And Daisy's like, Bond being late to the tip meeting is a classic example of what is going down in the galley. He doesn't respect anyone's time. And honestly, I'm so fucking done with this. He does not belong on that throne. It's mine.
It is my son's. They think I can't take the throne just because I'm a woman. Well, you've got another cookie cooking. So Jason comes in. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, all right, everyone. It's time for the tip meeting. There was a good, nice charter. And Daisy's like, oh, just real quickly, Ben's not here. I don't think that we should start without him. And I just wanted to make sure everyone saw that Ben is not here. Okay, continue.
So meanwhile, Ben's taking his sweet time and he finally comes up and Jason's like, oh, wow, everyone. Round of applause for Ben. Ben, I called it on the radio. I want everyone here. I need you to set a standard for everyone else as well. That does not apply to the hair. I do not want to see spiky hair on anyone else in here. All right.
So Ben finally sits down. Yeah, as you said. And he's like, so across the board, the reviews say it all. There's still a lot to do with food. Going through these though, and that, they like the fish dish, the food needed more seasoning, what could be improved, the food, same thing that's coming in over and over again. And there's only one way to get it fixed, and that's to talk about it. So talk about food. What do you guys like to eat? Do you guys like potatoes? Who here likes potatoes? No? Okay, who likes fish sticks? Fish sticks, no? All right, we're just going to talk it out, guys. Communication, meal planning.
The best part of it, Magic Mike. All right. Literally, no one in history has ever said that about Mike stripping. But there we go. Also, we got $28,000 today. Isn't that is crazy that they tipped that? I was shocked.
Like a one-day charter that they got such a big tip. And of course, Mike takes all the credit. He goes, personally, this big tip that we got was because of me. I'm going to have to use all my charter tips to stock up on the history. It was not because of you. It's because they got a leopard cake, they got fresh cookies, and there was a redemption steak.
Yeah. So Jason is like, well, the helmet's going to go to Ben. Ben, I had to start the team meeting without you. Enjoy the helmet. He's like, well, I'm slightly embarrassed, okay, but I don't think I'll be wearing this tonight, but I will carry it with me. So thank you.
So Daisy's like, all right, team, we need to have a chat, okay? And so Mike is like, Daisy, I do need to have a chat with you about something. So the head of department's Mike is HOD. So should I do it? She's like, no. You're not head of department. He's like, but I'm the only one in my department. That doesn't matter. You're not head of department. You're not viable for the throne. You're not an HOD.
So he goes away with Jenna. He's like, I think people are worried about the power I could potentially have. So I can't hear this anymore. Because it starts as like a little joke, but then he starts believing it or something.
I think it's like he weirdly does believe it.
It's like, that's actually a really good idea. I'm actually the head of my department. And he doesn't let it go and makes it real. He's a weird little man.
He also just knows it's going to annoy everyone. So he just goes with it. He's just like a little twerp. He's got such little brother energy. And it's just too annoying to do that. And you're at work like that. You don't do that energy at work, maybe amongst your friends or your family or something, but not at work.
Yeah. So then Ben's like, "Oh God, look at these comic cards, it's pathetic. How can I have the disco helmet anyway? They're not supposed to give heads of department the disco helmet. Come on."
Yeah, well, they did. So they're preparing for dinner and everything, and Daisy is wearing a fish dress, which is very amusing. And, maybe that's a good time, since there's a fish dress, to do a fish report.
Fish report. Oh my God, it's a fish report. Okay, we start with a gigantic fish that is colored like the rock. It's purple. It's a beautiful fish. And it's surrounded by all these little teeny tiny fish.
It's like the big head honcho.
Yeah, at first I didn't even see the big fish. I just saw the little fish, and I was like, why are they bothering me with these basic ass fish? And then you see this gigantic hill of a fish behind it.
It's like a perfect fish. It's like when you draw a fish, like that's the fish you draw, It's like exactly the most prototypical fish. It's like a fit model for fish.
Yeah. And this fish is exhausted. Like, look at its fin. It looks like a big rock, and it's not moving at all.
Yeah.
And it's like combed forward. It's like, am I still here? Am I still alive? It's like I'm exhausted. Yeah.
It's from 1973.
And he needs to wax that thing because look at these little goldfish hanging off of it.
Yeah.
Wax it.
It's constantly pestered by fans. Just wants some privacy.
Yeah. So then we go to this fish and Daisy's boobs. I don't know why they're the same thing, but Daisy's boobs are here and the fish is here. This fish has beautiful oyster shell patterns. I mean, I don't know what you would call this. It looks like jewelry. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's like they look like sequins that are laid flat, and and also like a nice bit of eyeshadow, like some yellow eyeshadow going on, which is a nice touch. She definitely is. If you see her at a party, she'll take like one little nibble of something, and she goes, "I actually ate beforehand." So
they're like, "Oh my God, we know, but you've been dieting for 10 years." And just wearing red leggings is not tricking anybody because she's like trying to wear like a big shirt and then little leggings. She's got this like red stripe down her belly.
She's like, I'm not someone who gets hungry very often. It's just I'm naturally kind of skinny. So it's just how it is.
You're not fooling us, Mare.
It's my body type.
So then we go to this
little generic fish.
Little town. It's like a little town of fish.
Little town.
Yeah.
This is a nice. They're nicely colored. They're very loud. I like the emphasis on purple.
It wasn't a huge fish week, I'm going to tell you. There were a lot of little basic fish,
There's only like one or two. I think there was like one turtle that like caught my eye, but last week was a real humdinger. But
here's what I will. Yeah, this one's. But here's I had it on still, so let me show you. I think why this stood out to me because now I see it now that it's playing. I love the fish choreography in this. If you really look at it, it's beautiful. You've got these fish coming up from the left. And then they cross these fish, and then boom, it's like this big cascade of fish. It's actually decent choreography. These fish are together. They're not like, look at them. Look how uniform they are. They're all, even their fins are moving at the exact same time. They're not sloppy fish. And we've been doing this for weeks now, and we've seen a lot of sloppy ass fish. We're like, I'm going here, I'm going there. It's like school doesn't work. It's like America right now. Everyone's like, what is going on with schools? Why don't they work? And this is a school that works.
It's a Montessori school of fish. And it makes me I'm always so impressed that the fish don't get confused and wind up like trailing off into another school. And then we'll be like, wait a second, I'm with all the sardines. This isn't my class.
Yeah, but let me tell you, this class is like on a vacation somewhere, and they're all like the perfect school. Even their uniforms are all perfectly done, perfectly pressed.
Yeah.
Look at the other schools that are also there. You see them behind them. They're chaotic. They're like, do you even have teachers? It's like, what's the point of even going to school if you're just homeschooled? You know what I mean?
They're just trying to form their school. They're like, do you want to be in school together? You want to be in school? But the purple crew is like, we're set. We're honoring Prince on the 10-year anniversary of his death, which was this past weekend.
Oh, I think he hated gay people. Okay, so then we see this fish, this little chicken nugget fish. This was the Lisa
This is an
Rinna
ugly
fish,
one.
I think. Yeah, this was the Lisa Rinna fish who, if you're looking at it straight, it's very cute. But if you look at it from the profile, it's just an ugly fish.
You see all the issues. I also do like that this fish seems to be talking to us because there's a caption that says "see you in a little bit," but it looks like the fish is saying it like see you in a little bit. Because it's also giving us like an eye. It's like it's already like moving away from us, but its eyes looking back. Like, okay, well, see you in a bit. Like we already bored this fish. I'm like, you're the ugly one.
I think it's just trying to avoid Mike getting naked again because Mike is up on the screen getting naked.
Yeah, I think this is a puffer fish from the side because normally the puffer fishes are adorable, but you're right. Profile is not their strong feature.
And this, I get it because I'm like that. Like I'm cuter this way, like straight on. That's why I like the videos this way. You were like, why don't we do the videos maybe facing a little to the side? Because this is what I look like to the side. This is how I look cute. This is how I look
from the side.
No, I look like this puffer fish. I look like.
But by the way, I didn't want to do the
puffer
videos.
fish.
I did not want to do the videos in profile. If anyone who doesn't want to do profile, it's me because I've got this chin that sticks out like a
stop it.
helipad.
Stop
but
it.
But you know, three quarter, you know,
three-quarter. That's it's not. I knew straight on. So like this puffer fish. Okay, so then we go to this. We have seen a lot of stingrays, tons of them.
a lot.
The reason I like this one is because it's like our first gay stingray. Look at it. It's like yes, flapping. It's like
doing
wearing a
something
cape and
fun.
just flapping it all over the place.
Yeah, I really like that too. I noticed that as well. Like as opposed to the standard, oh, I'm a stingray just floating along. Hi, I'm Teddy. This one is actually doing some sort of like flamenco dancing.
Yes.
And like moving the hem of its dress around a bit, you know?
It like doesn't like this rock, and so it's like flapping its dress over the rock. It's like, haha, sorry, did that hit you as I passed? Didn't see you there, rock.
It has like a little bit of a reveal, an accent color. It's like, yes, I may look gray, but look under here. It's white.
Yes.
It's great. I love it. Peekaboo moment.
Now Mike is in his underwear. Why do we need this during Fish Report? Like, get the fuck out of
crop
here.
Yeah. Let's crop him out. Can we crop him out? Is there a way to crop him out? No. Look at this goldfish, though. This goldfish is almost like in a music video from 1992. Like, I feel like They Might Be Giants should be playing.
But it has such a sad look because it's facing Mike. It's like, why?
Yeah.
Why are you subjecting me to this? Help.
It's a bit out of proportion, this goldfish. And I think it knows it. It's like, my eye is so big.
I know. It's like people tell me I should be a model, but nobody wants to date me.
I know. It just has like a strange kind of shape, this whole fish. Like its mouth is up a little bit too high. Its body is like, I don't know, like its fins are very distinct. It's doing weird things, this fish.
And it knows it.
goldfish.
And it's being, I don't like making fun of it because look how sad it looks.
Yeah, it looks
Hey,
really sad.
you with the sad eyes. Don't be discouraged.
I bet it books a lot of commercials in fish television. Like
Yes.
it's like definitely a character actor, and it's
For like saline solution.
or like it's like the fish that says time to make the donuts, you know.
Time to make the donuts. Okay, here's a fish that is not forced to look at Mike taking off his clothes, and that is this fabulously printed stingray. Wow.
Yeah.
Now this is a leopard cake.
Yeah, this is and what's great is it's swimming over like the seabed, but the seabed sort of looks like a bunch of trees, so it looks like the stingray is just flying over our heads.
Yeah.
And it's
I
amazing.
just can't stress enough how beautiful the coat is on this thing. It's
Yeah,
circles, and it's not just splotches. It's like drawn circles with a hole in the middle, and
Yeah.
then lines as well. It's
like Louis
beautiful.
Vuitton.
It
like
really
Louis Vuitton.
is. It is like a Louis Vuitton pattern. Oh my god!
Why has this pattern not become a thing in fashion? You know, I guess it's because like with like leopard, you could in the olden days you would kill a leopard and take its hide and turn it into something. But like I think this is a great pattern for a fabric. I'm gonna be like, let's make stingray a thing.
This is
Yeah.
good luggage. So then we go to this little guy. Mostly we've seen this shark thing many times, shark eel thing. I forget. Someone told us what they were called. I forgot. But
Is
we
it a
get a
tiger shark?
special shot of it where it's like going slow, and then it's like boom, it's right in your face.
It's like, yeah, it's kind of like, watch out, everyone. It's like, has anyone seen my wife? Has anyone seen my wife? It's like, all right, let's look to your left, to your left. She's leaving you.
She's running. She's still running from you. Okay, so then we get him again. And then look at this turtle. This turtle is hilarious. It's literally sitting on its butt with its elbows on the table, just staring at us like, how many fucking shots do you guys want? You're paying me a day rate and you want me to stay here for what, 19 days? That's it. I want a cigarette.
This turtle, this was the turtle that stood out to me. This turtle is like meditating on some coral. I feel like we've never seen the sea turtles actually sitting down. They're always floating around, doing something weird, eating like a piece of plastic, like sticking their head up above water. This is the first time we've seen one be like, you know what? I just want a break. I've had a long day. Can I get a coffee? I'd like coffee and a Monte Cristo, please.
Yeah, you guys, I'm hiding behind a rock. You're still following me with the fucking camera. Get this mic off me. Seriously.
It looks almost like it found a giant rice cake. It's like, guess what, guys? I'm going to snack well today.
It does. These things taste like shit, but hey, listen, I ain't getting any thinner. Yours don't help. And that was the fish report. Fish report. Now we're done with the fish report.
Yeah, it was not a strong week. Not a strong week. I give it to the turtle. Fish of the week goes to the turtle for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stick with the purple school of fish. I thought their choreography was good. I loved their outfits, and I love seeing teamwork.
Okay, that's a surprise choice. Those tiny purple fish, but I will support you.
You know, so there are no small parts, only small fish.
Ensemble needs to be recognized sometimes.
Yes. So now Mike walks upstairs with Jenna and he's like, oh, people are thinking of my power. She's like, shut up. So then Joao asks Daisy what she's wearing for dinner. And then Jenna, everyone's getting ready to go out on the town. It's going to be fun, you guys. Wow. So now Daisy, Joao, and Ben go to dinner and they toast. And Ben's like, to Daisy. Wow.
Yeah.
I did it. Look at me being nice, charming Ben. To Daisy, everybody. Hey, Daisy, would you like to tell someone here at this restaurant they should make some cookies? Maybe if they'd like to. Sure, they'd love it.
Well, and cheers to getting this far, to finishing the battle with pride.
Is there pride? Am I getting an apology? Can pride be made into a cookie?
It's like, I don't know what it is, but you're going to have to go over that one. What's the issue? Why do I need an apology to you?
Oh, fuck off, Ben. Don't fucking do this. Just rip the Band-Aid and just say I'm sorry I was a dick.
It's so difficult.
Why? Because of your pride.
No, because I don't remember what happened. I mean, I was swatting a fly, Daisy. Come on. Is that what I did? She goes, yeah, it was rude. I was swatting a fly. I was the fly. You use people as a punching bag, and then when you get called out for it, you use your charm to swim out of it. You did it with Ali. You did it with Alicia. You smile and you say, I don't remember. Come on. You make every other excuse. Come on, Ben.
Well, you've got to understand, my little jello jiggle jamboree. That when when you said, well, they didn't actually ask for cookies, and you were kind of smirking, and so was Jenna and Elena. She saw you smiling. I was like,
oh, I bet she fucking did. Why don't we fucking dive into that? This whole getting Ellie to back you up. I felt like you were empowering her to almost undermine me. And when you shoo me out of your galley in front of her, she also smirks. So guess what? The one who had the smirk on her face was Ellie, not me.
Well, listen here, you little donut Duramata. The thing is, okay, look, how about this? How about I just apologize? She's like, thank you. That would be great. All right. Now, I apologize, and this is a hug apology. You want a hug? Come on, let's have a hug. So they hug. And he's like, I love you. I didn't mean it. All right. Now, go away. Shoo. Go away. God damn it. You're doing it again.
I like how Daisy says, you always get into trouble, and you always get out of it by just using your charm every single time. It's like,
all right, well, I apologize and I'll hug you, and I'm going to smile and wink at you.
Oh, okay, all is forgiven.
Despite everything, I get Daisy, and she gets me, and it would be a shame to lose that. And between you and I, if Daisy feels like I owe her an apology, then I probably owe her an apology. I still don't know why, and won't admit to anything wrong, but I'll give her what she wants. Sorry, Toots. Slap on the ass, carry on.
So now everyone else, the non-HODs, are having dinner on the boat. And they're just sort of like talking, and Eddie is just saying like, I think everybody needs to step up a bit and follow along with Mikey's standards. And Mike is like, yeah, there needs to be more Dex 2 head of department meetings. And Ellie's like, oh, you're the HOD. You're HOD of only department you're in. That's what it is. So Jenna is like rolling her eyes because she hates that Mike is doing this whole thing.
Yeah, and Eddie's like, it's sarcasm. Difference between good sarcasm and bad sarcasm. The good sarcasm is when I tell you we have a chance. The bad sarcasm was that. And Eddie's like, but that's called British humor. Oh, no. No. You don't get to pull in British humor on this one. And listen, I'm a huge defender of that phrase on Bravo. You don't get it, Eddie.
Yeah. So back at the HOD dinner, Daisy's like, all right, let's get to the fun stuff. Who do you fancy? Oh, well, he fancies Jenna. Full stop. Wow. 100%. The two of you giggle like a bunch of fucking schoolgirls.
Well, no, I obviously fancy Jenna. I think she's smart. I think she's cool. And every now and then, when I can understand what she's saying, she has interesting things to say.
Well, I think you guys suit each other more than anyone else on the Zim. And Daisy's like, I'm jealous. You have a vibe. What about you kids, eh? Such a bright future between you two. Don't fuck it up.
Back on the boat, Mike is like,
So, everyone, should we play a game? What was the most enjoyable thing about the charter?
and Eddie is like, no beach setup. And Jenna goes, okay, what was your high and your low? He's like, well, mine was becoming the head of department. And she's like, and he pulls out, he's taking the pizza box and just turns it over and he makes it like a little placard that says, like head of department. So she's like getting so annoyed by this.
Well, it means a lot because I was the only person in the department. And if you think about the stew side of things, like I asked Jenna to come down and do a job with the deckhand, she couldn't do it. She couldn't do it. So you need someone like me. And Jenna's like, you think I can't move around fucking fenders? God, he's winding me up. Is this a big fuck yeah to Daisy? And Daisy deliberately told him to stop doing just that, winding her up.
Take that fucking smack off. I swear I'll explode. Like I'll slap that smack off your face and really like it fucking pisses me off.
So back at the other dinner, Daisy and Joao are smoking outside talking about Ben. And she's like, that is one strange man.
Tell me about it. The way he came into that meeting late, I felt like we're all a bit like, what the fuck, Ben? Well, the first time I've seen Jason go, I don't give a fuck. And I know the thing with Jason is, if he wants to lose it, he can. So then Ben is like,
What are you guys talking about?
like, Jason. It's like, well, for the first time in my life, I've seen Jason go, I don't give a fuck if he's not here. And that was for you. That should mean something for you, Ben.
What's your problem, man? My Galley. Don't get defensive now, Zim. Yeah, you need to keep your radio on you is what you need to do. He's like, I was trying to have a nap. Good God.
The only person you're disrespecting is Jason and Zimbabwe, and that's it.
No, you're disrespecting the whole team.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Just everyone have a go at Ben, would you? Has anyone got anything interesting to say, or are we just going to bitch at each other? I'm walking away.
You pick up the tab. Send me the bill. I'm kind of team Ben on this one.
Brilliant. Love this fucking conversation. He's mental. If he cannot differentiate between friendship and work, or even Zim and non-Zim, then it's his problem, not mine.
It's his problem. It's his problem, not mine. That was insane. He can't take any accountability. Ben's just like, twats. Listen, I've got to be Team Ben on this one. He gave you your half-assed apology. What else do you want? And at least he's funny. So yeah, I'll give him that. Yeah. Go back to bed in the guest bedroom, King. Damn.
Yeah. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for being here for this episode. It was a pure delight for both of us. And we will catch you tomorrow with another brand new episode. And keep an eye and an ear out for our bonus episode, which will be about restaurant wars on Top Chef. Bye, everyone.
Bye.